In week 11, we have a look at principles of corporate law. It is utterly impossible to broach the entire subject of corporate law in a single week, but we can focus on an area that might be of most use. Corporations, of course, are, in a sense, the very manifestation of finance. They don't exist for their own sake. They exist to bring people together to finance together a kind of business. And by creating an imaginary separate entity that can own property and employ people and sue and be sued, and by dividing the shares of the profits into units called shares, the company facilitates business. The area that we will focus on is how a company acts. How does a company do a thing? Obviously, since its own existence is limited only to legal recognition rather than an actual physical presence, it can't do things for itself. People must act on its behalf. What the reading will take you through are the various circumstances in which different people, directors, officers, agents, and employees, etc., can bind a company. The circumstances are much broader than you might think, and the question of a company's authority is often assumed and overlooked in the real world. There are very serious and interesting policy dilemmas that the law tries to grapple with when determining when a company should become liable for a contract, for example, when it is signed by someone who purports to act for a company. For example, what happens when a director enters into a contract on behalf of a company, but they didn't follow one of the required rules in the company's constitution and acted outside the scope of their authority? Does that mean that the innocent other party cannot hold the company to its agreement? Does that mean that every time someone engages a company, they have to do due diligence on the company's rules before signing the contract, or get a guarantee from the director personally? That would be tedious and absurd. These issues and the rules that resolve them will be the focus of our look into company law, and the assigned reading reflects that.